fellow Confetti Club, it is Pixie, and we are here in my living room with my very active cat son, and I wanted to do a cheeky, perhaps, reading your assumptions about me video. This is a trend. It's literally a Q&A. It's like a spicier titled Q&A, but I haven't I don't know, I want some interaction. I want to chat with the Confetti crew, and I thought this would be just a fun little easy Wednesday, Thursday afternoon. When's this video going up? Yes, I am wearing my Gucky specs today. I tore my final left contact lens and didn't realize I didn't have any left. So those are in the mail, and I had to do my makeup blind today. Oh my god. And can we have a prayer for my little nose pad spots? Actually, I'm missing a nose pad even, because I'm clumsy. It's just, we're having a whole moment. Yes, I asked you guys on Instagram. I posted my first ever Instagram story because it stresses me out that they disappear. I need evidence that I created a thing and posted it online. And I asked you guys for some little assumps about me. Most of them were just ridiculously sweet and straight up just like, I love you. So to all of you guys that just flooded it with love, thank you for making my heart explode on the daily. I love you, also. Oh, okay, let's start with this one. Yuki-kairi Mermaid asks, or I guess assumes, you always have a song in your head or you make up songs to sing out loud. Steven? Yeah, I'm very sorry. My dad is the same way, and my mom, so I've grown up around just constant jingling, whistling, tittering about, joyous, like it's very wholesome, but it has definitely conditioned me to also just be, yeah, I'm a songbird. So sorry neighbors, and sorry Steve, and sorry everyone. In quarantine, the songs that get stuck in my head that just go on loop, 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 loop. Steve commented and said, you have a cycle of about 3 to 5 days. Because he can tell, because my mouth is just a radio speaker. I think there was a question that said, I think you're annoying in real life, and that just answered that. You like machine sewing more than hand sewing, says Sunny Flower Baby. Yeah. It's satisfying. It feels like driving a car, and I don't know. I've become less bitter about hand sewing through school, because you learn how to like, for real do it properly. I feel like before school I was always just kind of guessing, and I was like, this is a running stitch, yes. It's necessary a lot of the time. A lot of the time you have to do a slip stitch, or you have to do a little sneaky invisible, so machine sewing's the way to go. Bobby Crocs assumes you have less toes than you should have, with like a disappointed face. Yeah, I don't know what to say. This just made me howl laughing for way too long alone in my living room. I have 10 toes. To assume that having less than 10 toes would be a negative thing is a little not inclusive of you, Mr. Bobby Crocs. I got another question that was asking, I heard Pisces have weird feet. Do you have weird feet? I will just say vaguely, not anymore. Okay, I'm getting several questions that are just different wordings of you get crushes on very few guys, but you think you're attracted to pretty much any kind of girl. You're one of those bi girls that's in love with every woman you see and 1 out of every 100 men. Not necessarily. I feel like my bi-ness scale kind of like fluctuates, but it's just like, I'm so happy with Steve, and we're both bi and both very open and both very validating of each other's sexualities too. Like, if Captain America's ass is on the screen, I'm like, go get him, hun. I definitely have a type. I'm getting a lot of assumptions that are just really adorably asking if I smell like strawberries. I've gotten like probably over 10. Can we put them all on the screen? Just by proxy, I smell like Peeps by this Peeps candle. But unfortunately, I probably smell like hair dye and coffee. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. I'm not gonna strawberry coat it for you. Lunatsuki X assumes you were at least a little disappointed by Japan. I was not disappointed at all either time. And I don't know if that's because I researched so much that I definitely I watched a number of videos of people that live in Japan that were like, you know, things that you don't know about Japan, or negative sides to Japan, or why living in Japan isn't a wonderland. So I consumed that content before I went, so I kind of knew the not so kawaii ugu ugu sugoi parts, like the racism and the homophobia. I'm not lying when I say that Japan was everything that I dreamed it would be, both times. Same with the Precure Hotel. I went to the Precure Hotel and like half the comments on that video were like, this isn't even that great. Like the carpet is not even pink. And I was like, are you kidding me? I was a literal kid in a Precure Hotel room. Okay, I'm getting a lot of assumptions too as well, specifically from Paint and Tea here, that you sometimes want to go back to your punk hairstyles. I don't think so. I enjoy getting tattoos and having stretched ears and like kind of edging into the more Western alternative kind of punk-y side of things. If you are a true punk, please don't cringe. I understand that those things don't make you punk, but you know, it's definitely, there's like fairy K kawaii, and then there's like arg, rah rah. I'm liking crossing the line. I just like tattoos so much that I can't stop. Anxiety for the bees assumes, I assume you are the clingy one in a relationship. Yeah, definitely. I think clingy is definitely one way to put it. But we love a boundary. We love a boundary and not being too clingy. But I love to love. I love to love and I love to snug. It thoroughly assumes secretly messy. I'm picturing lots of dishes. I am 22, my boyfriend is 23, and we have just started living in a place of our own 2 years ago, so we're working on it. I'm also picturing lots of dishes because I see them with my eyes. We are getting better. We are getting better. I think it's like an adulting learning experience, because you go from just having to kind of maintain like one headquarters being your bedroom and then just picking up after yourself, you know, wherever else you roam. And now it's like kitchen and bathroom and the toilet and all the garbages and the office and the laundry and the basement, and then taking the garbage out to the dumpster, and then the cat litter, and then it's like, you know, there's lots of mans to front. Oh, okay. Yeah, I definitely want to answer this one. Some of these are really not true, and that's why I'm like, oh, definitely want to acknowledge that. Isa Demo assumes right after a mental breakdown, it's normal for you to get up, put on makeup, and film a video. No! Oh my god. I need time to come up and down out of moods. I definitely would never ever like, unless I really had to, like it was, you know, I can do my job and I can function, but if I just had a big episode and I'm crying and my makeup's everywhere and I'm like shaking and I'm like, you know, I'm not gonna be like, all right, time to film my monthly faves. Like, I think if I did that, my videos would be very different. Ooh! Somehow it's Honey assumes I feel like you can cook really well, but also exactly one thing. Again, I'm 22, I'm a growing baby adult, and I can cook really well, but yeah, like 3 things. I make a good chicken noodle soup from scratch. I make a really good, like pork or pineapple chicken stir fry, and I also make a good stew. I think we're pretty good. I will expand my repertoire of chefery. VP Sweep assumes you are 30 years old. I love when I get comments assuming that I am 30 years old, or like 35, or like 29. What's going on? Is it my face? I don't know, I'm 22. I've said that a couple times this video. Kitties, or Kawitties with a W, assumes you are scared of dogs. I unfortunately am really scared of dogs. And maybe that's kind of an unpopular thing, because I feel like when I was young, it felt normal, but no, I was always the kid where like, if I'd go over to my friend's house and they had a really big, jumpy, barky dog, like, I'd be so panicked that the parents would like put the dog in another room or let him out in like the yard. And looking back, I always feel bad, because I'm like, if I had friends over and they were like, I can't handle being around your cats, I would be like, go away. Like, my cats live here. Like, sometimes there's dogs that like walk around our college and I literally will like go hide in another room. I'm getting to know them. One of them is named Gucci, which is very cute. I think it's the jumping on me and on my legs and scratching up my legs that I really don't like. Like, I get bruised. I bruise like a peach. It's ridiculous. If you poke me, it'll be purple the next day. Again, I got a number of assumptions saying that I am like usually pretty bubbly and happy, but when I do get angry, it's like I just go off and there's like no stopping me or whatever. I don't know if this is like a borderline stereotype. I don't know if it's that or if I just give off like a spicy aura. Like I'm just so like rainbowy that you assume there must be an equally charged level of like hellfire within me. I think maybe when I was younger, this might have been true, like maybe 15, 16, 17, 18. Yeah, maybe in my teenage years, I definitely had some arguments. I definitely know how to stand up for myself. I love to negotiate. I love to discuss. I love to talk about feelings. And I love to have a good dialogue, but I'm not here to be angry at all. Like, no. Koifish.mp4 assumes you have childhood trauma and you cope with rainbow colors that make you happy. Well, before I had my new diagnosis, I definitely didn't want people to think that my aesthetic had anything to do with my mental health. And I would really, really reject that. And I would be like, no, the way that I look has absolutely nothing to do with it. But I think that's because I had mental health professionals directly, like literally not listening to my problems on a week-to-week basis and focusing on the fact that I had a mohawk and I had weird hair and I dressed like weird and punky when I was young and in middle school, and they thought that was causing my problems. Since realizing that I'm a little bit more like neurodivergent than I first thought, and it's more part of my actual brain chemistry and trauma in childhood and environmental factors growing up and stuff, it absolutely is a direct correlation to that. Or am I just an artist? You know, it's like, I get so in my head about this stuff, and it's such an interesting topic. Like, how much of this is brain stuff and how much of it is just like any other pastel, J-Fash, Kawaii lifestyle person that just loves the aesthetic so much, and they're an artist or they're a designer, you know. It's like, because I'm both. There's a lot of overlap there, and I'd love to hear your thoughts too about it from both people with mental health issues and people that are totally neurotypical. Please sound off. Oh god. Aaron_G assumes people at school recognize you your first year. Yeah, I talked about it a little bit as I was vlogging too. Like, my cover was blown pretty early on. Like, I was not able to Kim Possible my way through art college. And I moved to a whole new province again too, so I was like starting fresh. No one knows who I am. I am new to this world. And immediately it was like, are you a YouTuber? I had no chance of leading a Hannah Montana secret life. My second year, it's a little bit easier because at least I get to be in my little like corner and I don't have to overly like cross paths with everyone. I'm not like in the thicket of the courtyard or whatever. And I have made some friends that also like knew of me from the internet, and then we were at the school. So it's not all awkward and embarrassing and weird. I don't think I'll ever have like a normal, calm, cool, collected response to, are you a YouTuber, or do you have a YouTube channel, or are you Pixie Locks? I'm just so bad at being in person. I'm so bad at being in real life. Host Malone Cute assumes you read gossip pages about you. No. I have not looked at a gossip site since probably my first year of doing YouTube, and I'm coming up on 6 years now. So I think whenever I started and I kind of became an internet person, you learn about it, you understand what it is, you kind of have to just learn that this is a part of being an internet person and that it's not always you. Sometimes it is you, but it's not always you. You're gonna get nothing done by reading up on stuff about yourself. I know you don't have to be a YouTuber to have like a friggin' thread or a forum about you these days either. It's become such a bizarrely normalized part of internet culture. You know, it deters so many people from getting into alternative fashion at all too, because when you're starting to dress weird and funky, sometimes you're gonna look a little weird and funky. I'm not sitting up at night like reading guru gossip thinking about my life. And I encourage you to also not do that, because it's just gonna put your brain in a nasty, sticky, like ditch zone. And you wanna get out into that meadow. We're in the meadow. Come hang out with us. You come from money, or you're spoiled, or your parents were rich. My family is pretty middle to maybe middle upper class. Like, so I'm definitely very privileged in that. Like, I never had to worry about where my next meal was coming from. I never, you know, couldn't have new clothes for school. And my mom was always really supportive. She put me in theater and she put me in art classes. I definitely, if you want to use the word spoiled, yeah, I mean, I'm absolutely grateful for everything that my parents have ever given me and continue to help me out. Let's just get it clear that I do pay my own rent and live my own life. My mom's helping me pay for some of my schooling, but I'm also paying for quite a chunk. I'm not sure exactly the percentage, but we're both helping pay for my education. So the gooey Louie assumes you stim. If you guys don't know what stimming is, maybe I'll put up like a good definition, but in my experience, what I'm talking about whenever I say yes, I do, it's like an absent-minded physical, usually stimulation that some neurodiverse people will do in just a way to kind of absent-mindedly comfort themselves. This is where things like fidget spinners, fidget cubes, Tangle toys come into play. If you've ever had a friend that has restless leg syndrome, I believe that counts as stimming. I don't know. I have that as well sometimes. Yeah, it's been a part of me. And learning that there's a word for it and that there's like things that you can buy to help you with it and that it's not weird to keep something next to my desk to just help me, like, it has been so great. So yes, I stim, and I am okay with that. Let's end this off on one last spicy question. I have Alicia E assumes that you're not as energetic in real life as you are in your videos. I definitely go through waves. The energy that I'm portraying now, boopy doop doop, doobity boop boop, it takes the day for me to kind of ease into it now. I wake up, I have my coffee, I do my makeup, I do my hair, and it is quite a process. Let's be real, like this style, I really don't wake up looking like this. So there's a lot of preparation that goes into getting ready to film, and even that can zap my energy itself sometimes. So like if you know me in real life, you've probably seen me like at certain points in our hangouts, and that's not because I don't like you or that I'm bored. It's just like, you know, we have energy levels and we have spoonage. Yeah, after this video, I'm definitely going to probably not open my mouth for an hour. But this is genuine. Hello. And I do feel like this. Hello. Yeah, this is not special. Other people are also tired. Anyway, my friends, that was me reading your assumptions. I hope it was fun. I hope I had a good mix of like positive, negative, neutral, curious, interesting. Soon I'll be doing the tattoo design contest, reviewing your designs video. So that's gonna be super fun. Look forward to that. This video's Future Confetti Club member is Franny or Franny Art on Instagram, who did this very, very sweet magical girl illustration of me in my dress, sorta, kinda. This is very, very sweet. I love to fly through the sky. Thank you so much for sharing this with me. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you in the next video, which is not this one because this one's over. Bye.